felt stuck trying to explain your work situation in English, especially when it's something like remote work?
Maybe someone asks, "So what do you do?" And you hesitate. You know your job, you understand your daily routine, but suddenly the words don't come out clearly.
You might think, do I say I work from home? Do I say remote? How do I explain meetings, schedules, or my team?
This is a very common situation for English learners today because remote work is now part of everyday life. And if you can talk about it naturally, it can open doors for conversations, networking, and confidence in real-world situations.
So today, we're going to help you feel comfortable and fluent when talking about remote work in English. You'll learn how to explain your job clearly, describe your daily routine, talk about meetings, challenges, and flexibility, and respond naturally in a real conversation.
As always, we'll do this through a realistic, natural dialogue, just like conversations you might have with a colleague, a new friend, or even during a casual chat. My name is Leo.
And I'm Anna. We're really glad you're here practicing with us today. If you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel. All right, let's get started. Hey Leo, it's been a while. How have you been?
Hey Anna, I've been doing pretty well, thanks. Things have been busy, but in a good way. What about you?
I'm doing well too. Actually, I recently started working remotely, so my routine has changed quite a bit.
Oh, that's interesting. You mean you work from home now?
Exactly. I don't go into an office anymore. Everything I do is online.
I see. That's becoming really common these days. What kind of work are you doing remotely?
I work as a project coordinator for a digital marketing team. I manage tasks, communicate with clients, and help make sure everything stays on schedule.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility. So how does your typical day look now?
Well, I usually start my day around 8 in the morning. I make coffee, sit down at my desk, and check my emails first.
That makes sense. Kind of like starting your day at the office, just at home.
Exactly. After that, I usually join a team meeting. We call it a daily check-in.
A daily check-in. Can you explain what that means?
Sure. A check-in is a short meeting where everyone shares what they're working on, what they completed yesterday, and if they have any problems.
Got it. So it's a way to stay updated and connected.
Right. It helps the team stay organized, especially since we're not physically together.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you ever feel like communication is harder when you're remote?
Sometimes, yes. It can be challenging because you can't just walk over to someone's desk and ask a quick question.
Yeah, that's true. So how do you handle that?
I use messaging apps and video calls, but sometimes messages can be misunderstood.
I've noticed that too. Without tone or facial expressions, things can sound different.
Exactly. That's why I try to be very clear when I write messages.
That's a really good habit. So besides meetings and messages, what else do you do during the day?
I spend a lot of time organizing tasks, updating project timelines, and following up with team members.
When you say following up, what does that mean?
Good question. Follow up means checking in with someone to see if something has been completed or if they need help.
Ah, understood. So it's like making sure things are moving forward.
Exactly. Do you take breaks during the day?
I try to. That's actually something I had to learn. At first, I was working non-stop.
Really? Why was that?
Because when you work from home, it's easy to forget to step away. There's no clear separation between work and personal life.
That's interesting. So how did you fix that?
Now I schedule short breaks. I step away from my computer, stretch, or go for a quick walk.
That sounds healthy. I imagine it helps with focus, too.
It really does. When I come back, I feel more refreshed.
What about your workspace? Do you have a specific area at home?
Yes, I created a small home office. It's quiet, organized, and separate from my living space.
That's smart. I've heard that having a dedicated workspace helps productivity.
It definitely does. When I sit there, my brain knows it's time to work.
That's a great way to think about it. What about you, Leo? Have you ever worked remotely?
Actually, yes. I worked remotely for about a year.
Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. One big advantage was flexibility. I didn't have to commute, so I saved a lot of time.
That's true. Not commuting is a huge benefit.
Absolutely. I could start my day earlier or later, depending on my schedule.
That sounds convenient.
It was, but at the same time, I sometimes felt isolated.
Isolated? You mean like lonely?
Exactly. I missed casual conversations with coworkers.
That makes sense. Those small interactions can really matter.
Yeah, like chatting during lunch or just saying hello in the hallway.
I understand that. Do you do anything now to stay socially connected?
Yes, I make an effort to meet friends regularly after work.
That's a good balance.
Also, during my remote job, we had virtual social events.
Virtual events? Like what?
Sometimes we had online games or casual video calls just to talk.
That sounds fun. Did it help?
It did. It wasn't the same as being in person, but it made a difference.
I might suggest that to my team.
You should. It helps build connection.
Do you think remote work is here to stay?
I think so. Maybe not for every job, but definitely for many.
I agree. It gives people more freedom.
Exactly. But it also requires discipline.
That's very true. You have to manage your time well.
Right. No one is watching you all the time, so you need to stay focused.
That's something I'm still improving.
Same here. It takes practice.
By the way, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Earlier, you said flexibility. Can you repeat that part? I want to make sure I understood correctly.
Sure, no problem. I said one big advantage of remote work is flexibility.
Got it. Flexibility means having control over your schedule, right?
Exactly. You can decide when and how you work within certain limits.
That's really helpful.
Glad it helps.
Another thing I've noticed is that I've become more independent.
In what way?
I solve more problems on my own before asking for help.
That's a great skill to develop.
It is, but sometimes I wonder if I should ask sooner.
Yeah, that's always a balance.
Right.
So overall, would you say you prefer remote work?
At the moment, yes. I enjoy the flexibility and the quiet environment.
That sounds fair.
But I think a mix of remote and office work could be ideal.
A hybrid model.
Exactly.
That's becoming popular too.
It gives you the best of both worlds.
I agree.
So if someone asks me what I do, how would you suggest I explain it simply?
You could say something like, I work remotely as a project coordinator. I manage tasks, communicate with my team, and help keep projects on track.
That sounds clear and natural.
Exactly. Simple and confident.
I like that.
And if they ask more questions, you can add details about your daily routine.
That makes sense.
Just take it step by step.
Thanks, Leo. This conversation really helped me organize my thoughts.
Glad to hear that.
I feel more confident explaining my work now.
That's the goal.
And that brings us to the end of today's conversation about remote work.
We hope this helped you feel more confident talking about your job, your routine, and your experiences in English, especially in modern situations like working from home.
If you ever feel stuck, it's completely okay to pause, ask someone to repeat, or take a moment to think. That's part of real communication.
If you found this conversation helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel. Your support helps us continue creating lessons just like this.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and little by little, your confidence will grow.
Thanks for being here with us today.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye for now.